Hey friends, it's your pal Madge, and today we are finishing one part of the garden and starting another. So let's go take a look. This is what I've been working on all week. I got these two big raised beds built, filled, and planted. This is the side yard of my house, and up against the fence it gets sun pretty much all day. So in this bed, which is almost 10 feet long, huge, I planted some bee balm in that back corner. All along the back, there's hollyhocks, which are going to get like 6 or 8 feet tall. In the front, I've got some feverfew, and in the middle section, there's a bunch of pastel zinnias. This guy over here has a few cosmos up the back, and then a bunch of different kinds of zinnias, which I planted hoping for a little ombre effect. You guys know how I love that. I'll show you the varieties I planted in a picture up here. It's Aurora, more Queen Lime series, some Queen Lime Blush, and then at the end, some seeds I got from Dawn Creek, who breeds the most gorgeous, like ice cream colors of zinnias. I got another bed that I'm going to build out underneath this trellis against the fence, and I have a couple clematis to put in there and probably put some more zinnias, cosmos, feverfew. I have some bunny tails that are going to be cute. So yeah, I'm excited about that. This has been a big project to get this done, and I basically doubled my growing space by building out these raised beds. You can see that the big pile of garbage has also moved to the side yard, but in the next several days, I think I'll be able to get this tidied up and looking cute. I did learn this week that there's different kinds of topsoil, and some of them are much nicer than others. So I'm going to take you back in time to yesterday when I was filling the second of these raised beds and show you what I mean. We're not going to fill this bed together today because we just did that last week, but I did want to show you one thing, which is that I got a different brand of topsoil. I picked up the topsoil from my local nursery instead of from the big home improvement store, and it is so much better. It is a couple dollars more per bag, but it's still only like $6 a bag, and the texture is just lovely and delightful. I think it's because it has a lot of sand mixed into it, so it's not clumpy, it's not clay, it's just all fluffy all on its own. So I'm just going to mix this 1-to-1 with the bumper crop soil builder that we've been using. And yeah, that texture is going to be perfect for this raised bed. So I guess the moral of the story is go to a local nursery, not the big box store. They're going to have better stuff. I wanted to catch you up on some of the fun stuff that's happened since last we spoke. I saw a bunny out here this morning just hopping down the cedar path, taking a bite of this and that. Super cute. And look at the sweet peas for last week versus this week. They've grown at least a square up the trellis. Everyone up here on the deck is still doing their thing. I got that left green stalk planted with more seeds. The right one we're still working on. I did rip out the spinach and the cress from this bed just to give everyone else a little bit more space to grow. And I threw a few more snapdragons in because why not? Over here, our ranunculus are still getting nice and big. The Lysianthus can continue to put on growth as well. And check out these freaking snapdragons. Look at this guy. Look at that. Any minute now, we're going to have flowers. I know I say that every week, but it continues to be true. These snapdragons over here are getting big and strong. Look how thick these stems are. The bells of Ireland are getting huge and they smell amazing. I really hope that I see some flowers soon. But yeah, if you've never grown bells of Ireland, give it a try because the smell is just divine. And lots of good things to eat. We've been eating them and planting more all week. Here you can see my husband has marked out the size and the position of the next kitchen garden bed. So lots of yummy stuff on the way there. And to the right, we have the half moon bed. He's made a lot of progress on digging that out. And I think I'm going to try and fill that up with a bunch of perennials. The plan for today is to finish up this corner that we worked on together last week with the terracotta bed and the celosia. I have some ideas for making it very comfortable and colorful. So let's go get that done. Here on my steps, I have a couple of pots of catmint, otherwise known as nepeta. I've heard different people say it different ways. But it's a beautiful plant. I love the color. It blooms all summer. I just don't think it's getting quite enough sun here where it is. So let's move it to that corner. Let's see what it looks like back there. All right, the catmint looks delightful here. I may decide to repot it because those plants are perennials, but terracotta pots don't seem to be perennial in our area during the winter. So I might have to put them in some plastic or some resin, or maybe just put them in the ground. But for now, I'm super happy with that. The purple against that terracotta bed looks so pretty. The rest of this area, though, could use a little tidy up. We ended up moving the bench out of there because it was not feeling super stable. But I got some new chairs, I got some more cedar chips, and we're going to cuten this up today. I just keep wanting to show you all the blue sky because I'm so happy about it. It's been about a week since we had any. The weather has been pretty crappy. From what I hear, it's the coldest May that we've had in like 100 years. But the bright side of that is that we have been able to harvest and eat the most beautiful and delicious lettuces all spring. Normally, it's getting hot by now and the lettuce would have bolted, but yeah, we're getting a lot of good stuff this year. But even with the crap weather, I have to say, the celosia is looking fantastic. Everyone is firmly standing up straight now. And look. We have 1 million zinnia babies growing in this bed. Ah, I'm kind of surprised the zinnias are doing as well as they are because we really had like no sunshine this week. But hey, I'll take it. Zinnias are hardy. They will grow out of a crack in a sidewalk. So hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll get a little bit warmer around here and they can really do their thing. Look, I think that might be our sunflower coming up back there too. Cute. All right, let's get this area spiffed up and ready to use and enjoy. My first step is going to be to deal with some little cardboard flappies that are sticking up out of the cedar chips because I keep tripping on them. So I'm going to either just rip those up and get rid of them or fasten them to the ground with a landscape staple. Now I'm getting into another bag of cedar chips. There's a couple of things that I need to take care of here. One is that there's some bald spots where some cardboard is showing. To that back area along the fence where the chairs are going to go, we need to have that leveled a little bit so that we're not tipping over in our chairs. And thirdly, when we leveled that raised bed, we used a bunch of stuff under that one end closer to the corner, like bricks and rocks and sod. And I don't want to look at any of that. So I'm covering it all up with a nice thick layer of cedar chips. Now I realized as I'm working on this that the two chairs are not going to fit if the hydrangeas stayed the way they were. So I'm just moving them. I'm moving them so that they sit directly on the cardboard so they have a little bit more chance of not tipping over. Yeah, and just making some space for the chairs that I want to install. I was looking for chairs or benches or something for back here, and I found some chairs I really liked that were $800 each. And then I went to IKEA and I got these instead. I do really like these. I think they're cute. I think they're going to hold up well to the elements, but I could not for the life of me get them apart. They were stacked really tightly together. I had to call in reinforcements and we set them up with this little coffee table, and I really like it. And now I have a place to sit, to drink my fizzy water, and to dick around on my phone as God intended. And I feel so proud. It's really fun to finish a project. Here's the real reason I wanted to have a seating area in this corner, though. I can watch everybody grow from back here. And I can watch this little robin get the food she needs to feed all her babies who live right above our kitchen door. So, friends, thanks for spending some time with me today. It's a pleasure, as always, and I hope your upcoming week is wonderful. I hope you get whatever sustenance you need, and I hope I'll see you back here next time. We can look at some more flowers and have some more fun together. Have a good one, y'all. Bye for now.